On an ordinary day, a beloved dog vanished into the dense forest, a place where shadows whispered secrets and danger lurked around every bend. In a shocking twist, a lone wolf emerged from the darkness, challenging the very essence of loyalty and survival. This isn't just a story about a pet lost in the wild. It's a dramatic tale of raw courage and the instinct to persevere against nature's fiercest odds. As the dog found itself face to face with a predator, every heartbeat pulsed with the promise of either tragedy or an unforeseen miracle. With nature's most fearsome force closing in, a battle for life and hope unfolded, testing the limits of endurance and spirit. Brace yourself for an emotional journey where the fight for survival unveils the true meaning of love and resilience. One moment of terror that could change everything. Before the chaos of that fateful day, life was simple and warm. The dog, beloved by all who knew it, lived a life filled with gentle moments and quiet joys. Every morning, soft rays of sunlight would spill through the window, and the dog would greet a brand new day with a wagging tail and eager eyes. It was a companion whose loyalty and love touched every heart it met. In a small, close-knit community, the dog was more than a pet. It was a silent guardian and a cherished friend to its owner, who had cared for it through thick and thin. Their bond was built on mutual trust and shared moments of simple happiness. Together, they would take leisurely walks along familiar paths. The world around them bathed in the soft glow of everyday life. The gentle breeze, the chirping of birds, and the rustle of leaves set a peaceful rhythm that resonated with everyone in the neighborhood. The dog's daily routine was a testament to its resilience and joy. A quiet walk around the park, playful interactions with neighbors, and a loving pat on the head were the highlights of its day. The calm before the storm was filled with a sense of normalcy, a steady, comforting rhythm that promised nothing but the best of times. Yet, even in the tranquility of these moments, hints of the wild nature of life were never far behind. The forest at the edge of town, with its deep, mysterious trails and ancient trees, had always held a quiet allure. It was a place that whispered promises of adventure, even as it stood as a silent guardian of secrets. The dog had often seen the forest from a distance, its eyes reflecting both wonder and caution, knowing that nature held mysteries that could change everything in an instant. This chapter of calm and love sets the stage for what is to come, a dramatic test of survival and spirit. The peaceful days, marked by warm bonds and simple joys, were about to be overshadowed by a challenge that would push the limits of loyalty and courage. The stage is now set, and every small moment is a prelude to the storm on the horizon. One day, while the gentle rhythm of life continued, the dog wandered farther than usual. A playful moment near the edge of the familiar park turned into an unexpected adventure when the dog stepped past the usual boundaries and into the deep forest. The forest, with its tall trees and winding paths, held a mix of beauty and danger. Its quiet murmur of wind through leaves slowly transformed into an eerie silence that hinted at the unknown. As the dog trotted deeper into the forest, every step felt like a journey into another world. The familiar scent of home was replaced by the fresh, earthy aroma of damp soil and wild vegetation. The gentle chirping of birds was now joined by a distant rustling sound that sent a shiver down the spine. In this strange, shadowed place, the dog's instinct began to pick up on subtle dangers lurking just beyond sight. Without warning, a sudden movement broke the stillness. From behind a thick clump of ferns, a wolf emerged. Its eyes glowed with a wild intensity, and its posture was one of cautious aggression. In that heart-stopping moment, the dog's playful wonder transformed into a fight for survival. The wolf, a creature of nature's raw power, advanced slowly, each step measured and deliberate. The forest turned into a silent battleground where every second stretched into an eternity. The dog, caught between fear and the need to survive, darted through the underbrush, trying to find shelter. The wolf gave chase, its powerful legs propelling it forward with surprising speed. The chase was a test of agility and willpower, a dance between predator and the loyal friend determined to live. The forest, which had been a place of wonder moments before, now resonated with the pounding of hearts and the rustle of desperate steps. At one point, as the chase reached a critical moment, the dog found a narrow, hidden trail that offered a momentary refuge. The dense foliage slowed the wolf's pursuit, and in that brief pause, the intensity of the chase only grew stronger. It was as if nature itself was holding its breath, watching the unfolding drama. If you find this story as gripping as it gets, consider taking a moment to subscribe for more tales of survival and unexpected bravery. Stay tuned as the story takes another twist. The pursuit resumed with even greater force. The wolf, relentless and driven by natural instincts, pushed forward. Every rustle in the dark shadows seemed to echo with the promise of danger. The dog, despite the terror and exhaustion, fought on with a determination born of a deep, instinctive will to survive. The chase was not just a physical battle but a test of spirit, a journey that would reveal hidden reserves of courage and loyalty. In the midst of the wild pursuit, nature played both a friend and a foe. Branches and rocks became obstacles in the narrow, twisting trails. At one critical juncture, the dog stumbled, and for a brief moment, it seemed that fate had dealt a harsh blow. But the resilient animal managed to recover, its eyes burning with a mix of fear and fierce determination. The wolf, sensing the dog's vulnerability, closed in. Every heartbeat pulsed with urgency as the distance between the two narrowed to a dangerous point. In that critical moment, the forest itself seemed to hold its breath, setting the stage for a confrontation that would test the limits of both life and spirit. The wolf circled, its instincts on high alert, while the dog braced itself for the inevitable clash. The wild forest, with all its unpredictable twists, now served as a backdrop for a battle that would be remembered for the strength of an unlikely hero. The forest fell into a momentary hush after the intense chase, as if nature itself paused to witness what would come next. In that brief stillness, the dog's heavy breaths filled the air while it sought safety behind a fallen tree. The wolf circled slowly, its eyes fixed on the trembling animal, measuring every move. Yet something unexpected began to unfold, a spark of hope amid the fear. In that critical moment, the dog's natural instincts kicked in. With a burst of strength, it darted from its hiding place along a winding path lined with thick ferns. The wolf, caught in the act of watching, hesitated for a second that felt like an eternity. That split-second pause allowed the dog to gain a bit more ground. Each step it took was a small victory in a battle against overwhelming odds. Its heart pounded as it raced along the trail, leaving behind the scene of the attack. The forest, with its hidden nooks and crannies, offered an unexpected ally. The dog found refuge near a rocky outcrop where the undergrowth grew dense and tangled. Here, the wolf's pursuit became more difficult. It slowed down, its sharp eyes scanning the dim light for any sign of movement. The dog, meanwhile, used every bit of its agility to weave between rocks and tangled vines. The danger was still close, but the chase had lost some of its relentless pace. In the quiet moments that followed, the dog's determination shone through. It moved steadily, never looking back, even as the sounds of the forest, rustling leaves and distant animal calls, seemed to cheer it on. Every step was a testament to its will to live, a silent defiance against a predator that ruled the wild. The dog's journey was no longer just about escaping danger. It had transformed into a powerful quest for survival. As time passed, the wolf found itself at a crossroads. The path ahead branched into a narrow, twisting trail that led deeper into the unknown. The wolf paused, as if considering its next move, and then slowly turned away. In that moment, the odds shifted dramatically in favor of the dog. The wolf's retreat was not a sign of mercy, but a realization that the forest offered better chances elsewhere. Relief washed over the dog as it pressed forward into an area where light peeked through the tall canopy. The trees here were older, and their branches formed a natural archway that led to what seemed like a clearing. The dog's pace slowed only for a moment, allowing it to catch its breath and regain strength. It was in this clearing that the miracle of survival became clear. The dog had not only escaped the immediate danger, but had also found a pathway to safety. Here, amid the soft light and gentle rustling of leaves, the dog's courage and resilience stood out like a beacon. The journey had been full of terror, yet it had also been a profound lesson in determination and the will to survive. Every step taken through that dark forest was a reminder that even in the face of fierce challenges, hope could emerge when least expected. The dog's struggle became a symbol of enduring spirit, a reminder that life can find a way even when all seems lost. Its narrow escape inspired whispers among those who would later learn of the incident, each retelling adding layers of respect and wonder for the brave creature. The wild had tested the dog in every possible way, and against all odds, it had survived. This chapter of the journey is a testament to the strength found in the heart of nature and the power of perseverance. The dog's miraculous escape from the jaws of danger is not just a story of survival. It is a story of hope, a story of defiance against the forces that seek to end life abruptly. Even as the forest reclaimed its quiet, the spirit of the brave animal burned brightly, lighting the way forward into a future filled with uncertainty and promise. As the dog's silhouette faded into the welcoming light of the clearing, a new sense of calm replaced the chaos of the chase. The forest, once a place of looming threats, now revealed quiet corners and secret paths. But just as the promise of safety began to settle in, a strange sound echoed from deeper within the woods, a low, rhythmic thumping that sent a shiver down the spine. The dog's ears perked up, and it halted near the clearing's edge. The gentle rustling of leaves gave way to a more deliberate beat, as if something unseen was moving with intent. The creature had survived the wolf's attack, but now another mystery stirred in the silence of the forest. Every instinct warned of a new challenge lurking beyond the familiar trees. In the distance, a faint light danced between the trunks, shifting and wavering like a secret signal. It was not the warm glow of the clearing, but a cold, mysterious luminescence that hinted at unknown dangers or perhaps a hidden refuge. The dog paused, its eyes reflecting a mix of exhaustion and alert curiosity. The forest held many stories, and tonight, it seemed determined to offer another chapter filled with uncertainty. With cautious steps, the dog moved toward the source of the sound and light. Each step was measured, every movement filled with the memories of the recent battle. The heartbeat of the forest grew louder, echoing in the silence as if calling out to something ancient and powerful. In that moment, the line between survival and a new quest blurred, leaving the brave animal on the edge of an uncharted path. As the dog's journey took an unexpected turn, questions began to form. What lay ahead in the depths of the forest? Could this mysterious light lead to safety, or was it a harbinger of a challenge yet to come? The answers remained hidden, tucked away in the shadows of towering trees and whispered on the wind. And just as the first hints of dawn painted the sky, the sound intensified, marking the start of a new, uncertain chapter, one that promised both peril and wonder, leaving the true outcome suspended in the still, expectant air.